Have you ever played any sort of official FNAF fan game, or just FNAF in general, and felt it was a little too easy? Well, I decided, uh, I kind of don't like FNAF to be easy. And I know there's definitely fan games designed for challenge, but I decided to create my own game. And that game is One Door, One Night, which is a Scratch project, yes, but just because it's Scratch doesn't mean it's not difficult. And let me take you through a journey of beating normal mode, hard mode, and a secret mode I won't reveal yet, which buffs the characters even more. So, let's get started with that. Okay, so we're gonna be attempting uh Odon, or as the abbreviation is, One Door, One Night. Um, as requested by the poll in a kind of indirect way. But yeah, as you can see, I already have everything selected because I actually booted up this yesterday. Um, but I had allergies, so I could not record well, and then I just had to scrap it. So yeah, this is the first official playtest of this. So I won't reveal. There's actually a secret mode, but it's just hard mode and then just normal mode, which will I will be attempting. Um, Now I've beaten both normal and hard mode because those are fairly simple. I've been really selling on normal mode though. I think it's just been months since I played this game, so it's like trying to remember the strategies. Unlike last recording, I will not go into detail, and if I die to a character, I'll kind of explain what they do. But you'll probably get most of the mechanics just by watching me. And now it goes silent. Okay, that was actually really intense. I was not expecting me to actually beat it on the first try. Also, yes, I have a point system because why the heck not? Oh man, I was actually locked in like the last 2 hours. And you get a little star for it. Oh man, I was really locked in. I was really locked in. Man. Okay. So, okay, now we gotta do hard mode. Yeah. Oh man, hard mode. You can see all the animatronics get kind of angry. But no, so okay. I'll actually explain this first. So first things first, this guy, Runner and Midnighter, both act like Foxy. This guy, however, you do not want him to run. That's why you always keep your camera on him, because I think he has less than a second kill timer, and he makes no noise when he leaves. So you really do need to actually keep him under wraps. This guy, he'll go to the left corner like Foxy, but he'll give you 5 seconds. Um, these three uh act like dark actors. So these two, he comes to the left, she comes to the right. and then she just picks left or right to move, but doesn't really change anything. Now the thing is, they don't actually have a 100% chance to move. What they have is a 50-50 to move back or to move forward in their progression. So that's why sometimes they'll be aggressive and sometimes they won't. But they're easy enough to deal with that the RNG doesn't really matter. This guy also goes to the door, but he's the one that keeps making the vent noises. Um, on normal mode, the fourth vent noise will be when he's attacking. That would mean he'll leave the vent. But his eyes won't show up in the doorway, so you have to actually listen to his sound cue. Now he is fairly easy to track. But he gets really hard to track later on in the other nights. You'll see what I mean. Spirit is the one that we have to keep looking at. And then you saw that she gets more and more aggressive as the night goes on. Um, so yeah, this one is a flashlight guy. He's really irritating actually because you have to balance him and his non-nightmare counterpart, which is Runner. This is just Nightmare Runner. Clicky is the one you have to keep clicking, as her name implies. She's also really infuriating because she has a 2-second kill timer and doesn't have sound when she spawns, so you do have to keep flipping down the cameras. She'll become she'll become more annoying as the nights go on, but also easier, and you'll see what I mean. Final is as you can see a block of text. Now, I actually want to show you guys something special about Final. Final is in fact actually all the animatronics combined, and he's my favorite character design. I'll show you guys. This is Final. So this is the character design. As you can see, he has a part from every single animatronic, including his face. And you can see he actually has a lean because the parts don't exactly match up one to one. Uh, so yeah, this is him in the vent. By the way, you're not gonna ever see this. Him at the office, which you can see sometimes, and then him at the door. Um, but yeah, he has, I think, one of my favorite designs for this game, just because he's an amalgamation of all animatronics. Um, anyways, I just want to show you that. Okay. Anyways, yeah. Now I actually go through the hard mode changes because they're special. As you can see, all animatronics get angry, they're fed up with me beating them, and they ain't gonna let me win that easily. But we have one more secret mode after this, and I haven't beaten that one yet because it's torture. Anyway, so let's see. Right. So Runner actually has a stall timer. So when you watch his camera, um, it stalls him. But now when you watch him, it doesn't stall him anymore. It just pauses his movement. It's a little bit technical, but yeah. This guy, yeah, starts in the dining room. Can I go back to stage? So he spawns in the dining room, and he only has two paths to get to you instead of three, which means he's more likely to show up, but he still has a 50-50. Um, Now when he's in the corner, he'll have a 50% chance to go back to the dining room or a 50% chance to go and attack you. So he's gonna be a little bit more aggressive. She's, yeah, doesn't make a sound cue anymore. So you can only glance at her from the doorway. Again, still has a 50-50 though. So you're likely not gonna see her as often. Now this person, Dux, she'll have no longer have a random movement. She will guarantee be at your office in 15 seconds every single time because her movement is 5 seconds. This guy's not too bad. You just have to watch the left corner and then close the door. So it's just more like, you know, you have to. It's a little bit more just mental task, but as long as you check when he leaves, it's not gonna be too bad. This guy's actually not terrible. I love his change because um I don't know. I have a hard time counting out 4 attacks when he does 3 vent noises. It's just easier for me to count out. This one doesn't. This one doesn't matter too much. Spirit would just appear more in the night now because she has one more aggressive value, so she appears on 2 cameras in the beginning instead of one. Um, this one he goes from a 3 second stall timer to a 2 second. It means nothing to you guys, but basically he just moves 33% faster. In other words, um, Clicky is more annoying, but not too bad because as long as you can click her twice in a quick succession, you should be fine. I think if it says a kill timer, it probably doesn't. So you do actually, don't stall her out. You do have to actually click her. Now this guy decided to go against his coding. So he will appear 7 times supposedly, but now he just appears 14 times. So in other words, he appears almost 3 times as much when he's attacking. Um, than it's not a hard mode counterpart. So making this, I would actually say, um, finals are hardest though. I feel like, um, honestly, hard mode doesn't change that much though. It's more of just paying attention to sound cues, paying attention to the door, just paying a little bit more close attention to things. Anyways, enough fapping. Let's just get into it because yeah. Here we go. Oh my gosh, brother, dude. I literally forgot. I literally forgot to this guy. Dude, it's 5 a.m. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, that wasn't actually too bad. And I was just saying how like, oh, Midnight is that not that hard as long as you remember him. And guys, I forgot Midnighter. So I think my general strategy with Midnighter is every time the hour switches is when I check him to determine the stage. Oh my gosh, dude. Okay, I will say that is slightly RNG based that I died. But also I should not have been that greedy. I should have flipped on the camera. I should have just checked. Domo actually gets 10 times harder in the secret mode. But man, that's just a like one-off caveat. It's not like happens a lot. Unless you just get extremely unlucky. Oh, oh, I was locked in. So, okay. One thing I will say about this night is it is actually kind of glitchy. Like hard mode for some reason is just kind of buggy. You probably noticed that Final sort of just died. You get 2 stars for this because you get hard mode for this and hard mode for that. Um, but yeah, Final kind of just died towards the end. Like sometimes he just does that where it just disappears for no reason whatsoever. I have never been able to figure out why. He kind of just does his own thing. Um, so yeah. He just kind of dies at 5 a.m. for some reason. I don't know why, but the night's still kind of tricky because the nerves, man, the 5 a.m. nerves hit different. Like, man, I was scared of this person. Midnighter was not making me feel comfortable. You were always attacking because you're annoying. And you're really aggressive. I hate you. And you're actually kind of fun. I figured out how to actually figure you out. All right. Hmm. Okay. Now, ready for the big review? There it is. Yep, insane mode. I clicked I, by the way, if you were curious. So yeah, all the animatronics, they're really tired of messing with me. They're just tired. They're just tired. Okay. For starters, Runner is 5 times faster, but his kill time is more lenient. So what this means is he's actually now an actual threat. Like you can let him run to the door, but you still have to pay attention to when he leaves because you won't know when he leaves because he still doesn't make a sound cue. Um, so you have to look at the camera he attacks from. So that just means you have to look at the left corner where he attacks from. And yeah, it's pretty simple. It's more annoying because now it's, another step, which, another step is, a problem. Last, I hate with passion because basically what she will do is she's memory now, like pure memory. Because if she makes it to the corner, which is if you guys oh you guys didn't see me do this, it was in the other recording, but basically the strategy is going from corner, runner, and then the other corner is hallway. Because if you see Ross and then you see her disappear, you have to quickly check the dining room. If she's not there, slam that door shut because she is about to kill you. Docs is way more annoying than Gilly because since she goes on two cameras, that little funny detail I mentioned, how she goes to both corners, is now relevant because now you have to stare at her camera. This guy also becomes like Dux, but you just have to pay attention to which corner. This guy is like these, where you just have to watch the camera corner, the vent corner cameras. So, yeah, yeah. So basically utilizes almost every single camera except a select few, which is absolutely insane. Now, I will warn you guys, there are three permanent characters. If you guys want, pause the video and see, but I'll just go over them. Yep, Spirit is now a permanent threat. So, what that means, every time you see her, just like before, it resets her kill timer. I think her aggression is actually at 1 billion, so you actually have to watch her 1 billion times before she leaves. If you guys somehow do that in 6 minutes, props to you. I don't think that's feasibly humanly possible, considering she takes a second to leave. And if you somehow saw her every single second, it would take a billion seconds, and whatever. Anyways, enough technicality. Yeah, so basically, she's a permanent. This guy, reduced timer again. He's been buffed again, and appears on the stage when he's in the last phase. So initially, I thought, oh, that's kind of helpful because he's in cameras. No, because bang, Clicky is another permanent threat. So her kill time is actually at 7 seconds now, which means you can only spend 7 seconds in the cameras. Yeah, and what you know that? Bang! Final is also permanent threat. So the first 45 seconds of the night is kind of just like hard mode, but with a little extra steps. And then once final spawns in, all hell breaks loose. Because man, I'm trying to like. So the strategy I have is glance at 5 cameras. Also, lag is probably gonna kill me because I noticed it's been pretty laggy. I think it's just my OBS though. It's like OBS just being annoying and running and draining all my computer resources. But my strategy is just checking Midnighter stage, left corner, runner stage, right corner, and then dining room, and then stage. Which, if you know, that checks basically every single camera. So um if finals on stage, perfect. We watch him. If Nightmare Runner's on stage, just flash him a few times. Because if he gets onto the stage, you're gonna have to stall him pretty hard, but it's probably just better to quit if you're not at 5 a.m. because there's no way you can last the whole night with him on the stage. And then basically, if Spirit's not in any one of those cameras, you just go to Crawler's camera, flip them the camera, deal with office threats, yada yada yada. Alright, nothing yapping, let's get into it because man, this is gonna be painful. The lag. Dude, okay, I'm going low. I'm not gonna attempt this right now because I'm gonna probably attempt this on stream. Um, yeah, I should have been probably checking his camera. I'm so rusty to your strategy though. It's not helpful when it's lagging so much that like I cannot focus on what I'm doing. But yeah, now I want to say this mode is theoretically beatable. because the actual main threats of the night are lenient enough, like Spirit, Final, and Clicky. These three are lenient. The only factor that can get me killed is just memory. Yeah, basically this mode becomes more memory based, where you just have to remember where everyone is. And yeah, I'm gonna need a lot of practice because it's been months since I played this. But I think my PB is 4 a.m., so I think it is possible. It's just gonna take a ton of practice. And with that being said, I want to say one more thing. I've actually never played UCN or any and beyond UCN, I never played any actually difficult FNAF fan games that are not, RNG based. So yeah, this is definitely an experience for me. And I'm going to be kind of curious to see how this would rank. I would guess this mode in particular might be top 150, and I'm putting it there lightly. It might be lower or higher. I don't really know, but my guess is 150 range. Because why not? I don't know. I don't feel like it's top 100. It could be, but obviously I'm not, an expert in making that. But I would say it's between 150 to 100. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm lowballing it. Thank you to everyone who's made it this far in the video. If you like the content and would like to see more, leave a comment down below. Leave a like on the video and subscribe if you're new here. And I will be attempting the insane mode probably on and off stream. Right now, my stream is just not working because my internet is just not working at all. So I will probably just have to record it on my own time. But I would expect to see that done within this month. I mean, not within May, actually, more like in June. Um, and then as for the Hitman challenge, if anyone's following that, that will be out also probably in June. I haven't been able to record it because just my stream is it's just not working at all. So I'm gonna have to probably stream it off stream. Wait, wait, I meant I'm gonna have to probably wait to record it off stream. Um, but with all that being said, peace out.